is for you. Oh, and they're off. All right.
Dagit choosing Flashman, Square One going to Quickman. Let's see what kind of terrors await our runners.
And these two stages are preferred ones for starting off in a rando, correct? Because they are navigable without any of the special items.
They're all of them are technically navigable without the special items, but more importantly, they're more or less the fastest stages to get through, permitting any unforeseen obstacles like, lemon resistance chains.
Those were not fun.
No, but anyway, got some nice Crystal Snail music in Flashman's stage.
And it looks like everything is weak to Buster so far. So
Dagit had a rough had to get through that hallway full of moles. That looked a bit rough. Square One having also a bit of trouble.
As soon as I say something, we have that cogwheel, so I am going to try to minimize any potential liability I have for commentators' curse tonight.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Curse them all you want. But, sometimes, but when you're with me, it's not a curse, it's a blessing.
Oh no, Square One taking a death to the tin cans as Dagit enters a first boss room.
And it's Crashman. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by a full body tin can. That's where most of the damage comes from. If you're going to get hit by the tin can, get hit by one of the parts.
Crashman's going a little...
Yeah, Dagit did not get the E-Tank on this stage. Oh, and he takes death.
Yikes.
And that the Buster...
A little bit of a rough start. Going for players.
Yep. Yeah, both of them taking a death. Fortunately for Dagit, he took it in the boss room where... Did Crashman slip through the floor? Or was that a jump in?
It may have been a jump. He's just moving all over the place, so...
Yeah, we got a spammy Crashman. This is pretty much a DPS fight. Double kill, man. And Dagit gets out of there.
Wow. That was intense. And picks up item, too.
Alright, and Dagit making the decision, choosing Metal Man for his second stage. And we got ourselves
do you think he chose Metal now that he got item 2?
Interesting that he would choose item 2, and then get item 2 and then go to here, but hey, I'm not running this scene.
It's an awfully dark leaf shield. It's very hard to see on the screen.
That leaf shield's not moving. That is a stationary leaf shield. Two stationary leaf shields. 3!
With that background, oh no! The rando is cruel tonight.
Flag Central. And he got him, looks like.
Alright.
That was rough. All the stationary leaf shields.
Especially the ones that you can't see.
Especially when it just starts lagging up the screen. You can't tell what is what. Meanwhile, Square One opts to go to Flashman next. You guys see these moles pretty much right in the background of the stage, just not making it look like as if they're there. It's rough. Ooh, and he finds early on that Air Shooter is a wall weakness.
Oh, that's nice to find out at the very beginning. Doesn't have to spend time for that later, and Dagit makes quick work of Crash in the Heatman stage.
I think that was a vanilla Metal Man.
Oh. Never mind. It's late.
I understand.
Fanta Falls!
Yes, my favorite kind of falls. Ooh,
Makes me a little thirsty.
those frogs almost sniped Daggett out of the air.
I like to call them lagphibians myself.
And rightfully so, as I found out earlier when I climbed up the crash stage.
Yes. Oof. And because you're a zipless runner, and when you had, did you have the item?
Yeah.
Daggett's going for bubble zip here.
Yeah, that seed I actually had my item 1 for it, so it wasn't too bad. Plus Metal Blade was destroying them, so. But I also essentially just tanked that area. Anyway, Square One's taking on Crashman and Flashman's room.
Here's Crashman.
Ooh, and he's gonna have to do the DPS stunt now, because that air did not damage Crashman, so he's probably gonna end up taking a death here. Yep, there we go.
But again, just that respawn right outside the door is not too terrible a place to die.
If you're gonna die in a boss room. Or at least near where the checkpoint was.
So Daggett's about to find out who's behind the bubble door.
Oh, we got ourselves a greenish, brownish Flashman.
Easy fight for Daggett.
Yeah, that Flashman had the jump, so whenever you see a Flashman like that, you can just go ahead and buster him down. He's not going to be too much of a threat.
And picking up item 3, so that is 2 of the items within the first 3 stages he's played.
Yep, and on to Quickman he goes.
Square, oh no,
Square taking another death.
A game over too. That's unfortunate. So Square's gonna switch things up a little bit and tackle Metal Man.
I don't blame him. He didn't get the E-Tank in that stage, and well, one of the reasons there was a toothpaste dispenser in the top section, so that kind of prevented him from getting across. So I don't blame him for leaving right now, but the downside is that's going to be a time loss. He's got to come back later.
Hopefully when he comes back, he'll have not only a weapon that'll be more successful against him.
To answer your question, Charlie. Well. To answer your question, Charlie boy, it was that bad for Daggett.
Yeah, it was a tough fight for Daggett for sure.
Yeah, that room is not exactly one of the best rooms you want to face a Crashman in. And sadly, the shield.
Square going for that E-Tank down there.
Yeah, these Metroids could be a problem. Gotta pull his buffer his way over.
Oh, watching that. Got it. And makes it. Alright, and another dark boss. Oh, here's the Dark Woodman. And those stationary...
Wait a minute, did that blue shield do a boomerang effect? It is!
It looks like it is. It's bouncing back and forth. Yikes. Fortunately, Daggett having the E-Tank to power his way through that.
That was a wacky leaf shield.
And we'll see what Airman has in store.
Alright, so going on against the Airman, we got Little Springs and Joe's. Why can't all my Airmans... Oh, and Fat Fans.
Oh. So almost spoke to soon. Daggett gonna try and pause buffer. Oh, and he makes it.
Clutch.
probably almost looked like by the pixel.
I almost cursed him, but then I stopped.
It's like, don't say it!
Maybe I should have cursed him, I don't know.
They can't hear us right now anyways.
But that was a bit of a surprise. You figure by the first two enemies on Airman stage, you know what's to come. But that Vet Fan was definitely a surprise.
These randos, they
get you thinking on your feet, and you gotta at least have plans within plans. If you have a strat you usually go for, you better have a backup just in case. And
for sure,
Dagit pulling out that item too, just to try and ignore the Metroids. But there's the other set of enemies that are actually in the way.
Oh no!
Oh no! He got pushed off.
Oh, that's not recoverable. That's pause buffering. Ugh.
But yeah, those other set of enemies were actually keeping him from completing the item 2 journey across the way. So
Square is
do it again.
Back here against our ballistic crash man and finding a little more success.
And he got him.
Oh.
And he was using Metal Blade to do it.
So he got the big coil and item 2.
I'm sure that's a relief for him. He's going to move on to Bubble Man stage next.
And back to Fanta Falls. These Metroids, they seem to be one of the more inconvenient.
Oh no!
He can make his way back. That's a nice recovery for Dagit.
Don't remind me about how annoying Metroids are.
Well, in this stage, I call them Sky Blenders.
Alright, let's see who's behind the Airman boss door. It is Heatman. Let's see if we have any other better options than Buster. That Metal Blade's pretty good. And that's essentially an atomic Heatman. He's got some juice.
Heatman had some Technicolor flames there.
Alright, and Dagit opting to go to Heatman stage next, which is an interesting call. But I guess with item 3 and item 2 is like, I got this.
This Heatman stage brought to you by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Again.
And the Joe Army. Because we got Joes for days down here. Trying to hunt down them Toidles.
So Dagit's pulling out our OP metal.
Yeah, light
blade is destroying.
Very little on the energy consumption, and it pretty much takes 0 time to come out.
Destroyed.
And it looks like Square One took a death in the next to last area before the Bubble Man room.